welcome again. Here I am back in Australia, obviously. Yeah, it was nice going on that trip in the Lake District. If you haven't watched that video, yeah, I'd highly recommend it. What I find amazing is the colour palette of the Australian bush versus that trip in the UK. It's pretty much totally different. It's different feel altogether. Yeah, so welcome to an absolutely glorious winter's day at the Blue Mountains National Park, a couple of hours out of Sydney. Not a cloud in the sky. Absolutely delightful. We've had a bit of a respite from the rain over the last week or so, and it should stay pretty clear at least for the rest of the day and into tonight. Bit cold. I think it's about 9 degrees at the moment, and it'll get down to sort of 0 to -1 tonight. So yeah, got plenty of stuff in my kit here to keep me warm. Yeah, so I'll keep this short and sharp. Yeah, just a nice overnighter in this beautiful area. There's one part of the national park that isn't closed because of all the rains and the risk of landslides and whatnot. So so looking forward to it. I know I'm not alone. I'm following some tracks here. There's probably at least 2 people ahead of me somewhere. So may or may not bump into them. All right. Enjoy the trip. Also got a few new bits of kit that I'll show you later. Let's crack on. let's crack on down this way. Get on with it. Interesting looking tree. I'm sure this has been sat on a few times. This walk is just getting better and better. Got down to the river. Oh, that's nice. Not one of my favourite things to do. Anyway, I think it's got to be done. Alright, piece of cake. How nice is this? So just up from the river there's this, well, it's called a crater. It's not actually a crater. Alright, I think I found the perfect spot. It's also somewhere where I can have a fire. There's a lot of grass down there. And then there's a deadfall there, but I think it looks reasonably secure. And it's no wind, but I've got two trees here that I can string. So we'll get a nice sunset to watch, which is in about an hour and a half's time, so better get a move on. Right, got that all set up. I might put my tarp up later. Yeah, so I'm actually risking not using a bug net tonight. Don't think there's going to be too many mosquitoes in 0 degrees, so yeah, hopefully that's the right decision. One thing I do realise, one of the benefits of the bug net is it kind of keeps everything together. So anyway, we'll hopefully not slip out. So I've got the Alton Goods underquilt. That's a -5 degrees underquilt. so that'll keep me toasty from the bottom. I've got my Cedar Summit Ember 3. That would take me down to -4 comfort level. I've got new mat. So I've got the Thermarest NeoAir UberLite. You probably didn't see how small it was when it's packed down, but it's really tiny. So it's and it's super light. Can't remember how much it weighs, but I'll put the weight on the bottom of the screen. But yeah, so first time I'm trying that. It's only a 2.5 R rating, but I don't think that should matter because I've got the underquilt happening. Yeah, one of the things I'm a little bit worried about, it might be a little bit crinkly in terms of moving around in at night. Yeah, so I'll put the tarp up later. I've just got the line there, but yeah, might as well enjoy the sun while it's out. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to tie the tarp. To be fair, I want it to be kind of open this side. I don't know. Might be almost worth risking not having it, but yeah, I'll give that some thought. If we have a frost, might be an interesting experience. Alright, so I'm going to get some more stuff sort of sorted out and go and get some water. Right, I think this water will be good enough. I'm going to filter it, but it's it's coming through that swamp, so it's probably pretty clean already, but I will filter it. Yeah, it's very clear. Alright, time to get the fire started. So I'm going to try the flint and steel and char cloth. What I thought I might do is I'm going to try this piece of quartz that I found on the way through, just see if it makes a spark. A little bit of a spark, not a... Oh, that's good. Okay, alright, let's see how it goes. It's disintegrated. Alright. I'll go back to the flint. A nice steak tonight for dinner. This is a beer, which is nice and cool, surprisingly. A few green vegetables. I'm going to put the corn on now. I've realised I've forgotten the most useful thing I could probably bring, and that is a pair of gloves, which is really handy when you're sort of manipulating stuff in the fire. Never mind. Yeah, so I've got some water on there. I'm going to have a little bit of soup. Okay, going to get steak ready now. Quite an awkward little spot around here, to be honest. All these rocks, very easy to trip over stuff. So I've got in here few greens. I've already put some butter in there. Oh dear. No, it's so cold. So I might do them a saucepan with a little bit of garlic. Bit fancy for me that, but anyway. Good shot. Alright, that looks lovely. If you're into that sort of thing. So cold, the butter's just totally solid. So according to my watch, 3 degrees at the moment. I'd say I'm not feeling it cold myself, so my corn's already done. All done. Get this corn. Right, that's a meal. Looking forward to that. This is one of my favourite bits. Yeah, had dinner, cleaned up, sorted myself out. Nothing more to do other than have a bit of port and some chocolate. And when I'm ready, just jump into bed, all ready to have a nice warm sleep. And looking at this fire and looking up at the stars, it's absolutely completely clear night. So yeah, it's just yeah, pretty good. So it's about 8 o'clock and yeah, about 3 degrees, but yeah, not cold at all. We've got yeah, 4 layers, big thick down jacket, long johns on under here. So yeah, quite warm. Yeah, really pleased with this spot. Yeah, I hoped to sort of camp up here, and yeah, I'm glad I found a clearing that would take the hammock, and yeah, it's a really good spot. Alright, I'm going to sign off for tonight. Yeah, see you in the morning. Good morning. Well, yeah, got the hat on. It's bloody freezing, and yeah, from that footage you probably just saw, you'll see it's would have seen it's quite cold overnight. Yeah, very heavy frost. I'm glad I put the tarp up, otherwise I would have woken up one very cold little hiker. So I've yeah, pulled the tarp across. It's absolutely thick with frost on inside and out. So I'm hoping this sun, when it comes up, it'll dry that out, and I've taken it off my sleeping gear just so it doesn't drip on that. So yeah, yeah, I was actually really quite warm throughout the night. Yeah, the only bits were cold were my face, and yeah, I just put the quilt over me, and yeah, that did the trick. So yeah, it slept, actually slept quite well. And yeah, that setup kept me very warm and tasty. And yeah, I'm just going to have some breakfast, just my usual. And yeah, wait for this sun to come out, and hopefully get rid of a bit of this frost, and then I'll pack up, head off, and do a bit of an explore. So just the usual muesli, no coffee. What more does a man need? Actually, bacon and eggs would be nice. Very peaceful here, just listening to the few birds out there, and the frost melting off the trees and dripping onto the ground. Well, I didn't know that I'd set up my hammock above these little critters. So these are, well, I don't know what they're really called, but they're, we call them Spitfires, but they're nasty little things. They'll spit poison or acid at you. Alright, all packed up and ready to go. So, yep, left no trace. Everything all back in order there, and no signs of a fire down there. So spread all the ashes, push all the rocks around. Yeah, just made sure there's a bit of leaf litter and sticks to totally cover it up. So yeah, getting a bit windy now. It's been nice and sunny while I've been packing up the stuff. I hate that process. Anybody else hate that process? I don't like having to pack up. Pain in the bum. Anyway, I'm going to head off. I'm going to probably have a little bit of explore around these canyons, and yeah, see what we see. I might try and find this a cave which is just around the corner there. So yeah, see how I go with that. All right, see you along the way. Bye. Well, we're making our way to this cave. Yeah, just tell you about another new piece of kit. I actually had it on my last trip to Helvellyn in the Lake District in the UK, but I've got this Gossamer Gear backpack. It's Mariposa 60 litre. Yeah, second time I've used it. Yeah, quite happy with it so far. It's very comfortable. It's very light. I usually use an Osprey Exos, which is a 58 litre, but this saves me about 200 grams just on the pack. So it's about 900 grams, including these little attachments for the water bottle and here. Actually, before we go on any further, look at that. Nice. Yeah, in another episode I will I'll take you through it and show you what it's got. Yeah, it's quite a neat little unit. The actual real revelation, probably nothing to do with the pack itself, is this. I love this shoulder pocket. I don't know whether you noticed, but having somewhere to put this previously it's just been a pain in the backside, and I put my phone in here. Yeah, it's just a really good little unit. It obviously doesn't need to be used with a Gossamer, but yeah, it's a great little unit. Very happy with that actually. Yeah, let's make our way to this cave. Looking a bit more cavey now, seeing lots of evidence of wombats. Looks like there's a healthy little wombat community going on down here. Lots of scratchings and new holes. Look at that. That's where we're heading. Nice. Alright. This is nice. Wow. Worth taking note of. Right, yeah, definitely make this a destination sometime. That's going to sound a bit of bushcraft. Yeah, that is good. Right, here we go again. I'd feel myself crossing it, but I'm not going to. Once is enough. Now that's pretty cool. See how the rocks have just collapsed into the valley there. Okay, so I'm about halfway back. I haven't done much videoing. It's yeah, a little bit more of the same, but overcast. It's actually perfect hiking weather for just cracking on with it. It's cool. I think it's 11 degrees, bit of a breeze, and yeah, just great weather for hiking. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed that. Yeah, that was a really nice. Thanks for watching. Plenty more to come. And yeah, take care and be well, and I'll see you sometime soon.